Welcome back to Butterfly Effect Tarot. My name is Lorraine, and today's topic is what are the next unexpected blessings that you will receive? There are going to be three groups, and the timestamps for each group will be in the description box in the comment section below. If the readings and messages resonate, please feel free to like and subscribe, and you can let me know in the comments if you choose. To my subscribers and returning viewers, as always, I greatly appreciate you. Thank you. To newer viewers, welcome. And after this video, if you're interested, you can return to my channel. There are other topics, videos, and readings there as well. But other than that, let's get into each one of your messages. Welcome to your reading pile one regarding what is the next unexpected blessing or blessings that you will be receiving. So I've already pre-shuffled and pulled 5 cards. I'm going to identify the 5 cards that came through, and then we will get into your reading. So the first card out is the Hermit, followed by the Nine of Pentacles. And then we have the Three of Cups, followed by the Knight of Pentacles. And then the final card out is the Lovers. Bottom of the deck energy is the Strength card. So really quickly, it does not matter if you're male or female, masculine or feminine energy. The messages should apply no matter what. So for this group, you're going to be having unexpected blessings. So your life is being blessed in multiple ways. And it's kind of giving a storyline in a sense here that I'm going to go into. So you start out with the Hermit, and this is typically you spiritually working on yourself on your own, closed off, healing, and really strengthening yourself on an internal level, on a spiritual level. And then you go into the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is the energy of having more than enough financial abundance, right? This is where you can enjoy the finer things in life. You're able to take care of yourself and those that rely on you. You may go through a bit of a glow up because the Hermit energy is where you transform internally, and then the Nine of Pentacles is where you're kind of transforming externally. So maybe you'll change your style of dress. You may start to work out more, and invest in and eat better eating habits, because this is also about discipline and having the money needed to have the finer things and things that, suit you, things that basically help to keep you in this lavish and luxury type of energy. So I do feel like you're also finding value within yourself. With the Hermit and Nine of Pentacles coming out, it's like you find inner value, and that kind of brings in this wealth. So this could be a windfall of money. This could be an inheritance, an unexpected check. This could be an investment that takes off. It could even be a job opportunity, a business you start. How the Nine of Pentacles comes in, it really is going to depend on each of you. But the simple fact that you go straight from the Hermit to the Nine of Pentacles leads me to believe that there is something that unexpectedly comes in a financial way. It's kind of like the World card energy, where you have spiritual and material abundance equally. You've aligned yourself internally, and you have went through a glow up within yourself. And then the Nine of Pentacles is almost like something you manifest that comes in, that allows the external aspects of you to match what you've done internally, right? So you could potentially start a job, right? Or start a business or whatever. This could also mean that with the Nine of Pentacles, you start going out more. And as a result, you meet this Three of Cups. This is giving a soul tribe, people that are like-minded, people who may have also worked on themselves. You could start a new hobby. You could be going to the gym more, or again, you could just be going out, enjoying different restaurants, traveling, just again, in your own element, and really just taking yourself out more, spoiling yourself, catering more to yourself. And it allows you to open up to people again. And then you meet these energies. Now, within this Three of Cups energy, these are people, again, this could be a work group, or this could be people that you meet going out and about. You will now have more hobbies with these people. You will now have people that you may travel with, that you may spend time with. Very much a difference from what I feel you've had in the past. In this group, either through this group, one of these people may introduce you to a Knight of Pentacles, who then makes a romantic offer, or this group, this Three of Cups, is this person you meet, and then this builds into something that becomes a lover situation. Or again, for those of you who find a job, and that's where the Nine of Pentacles comes in, this is somebody that you work with. But either way, this feels like as you're going out more, as you're exploring more on your own, you will meet somebody, a friend group, or a specific person that you're very close to, or that you get very close to. For some of you, I'm going to suggest this for a small number of you. This could be you uniting with some authentic souls from your past that you had lost contact with. and or this could be a person you were once friends with. You come back together, and this person basically finally makes an offer because they've been desiring you all this time. Because the lovers is usually a connection where two people choose each other over, and three of cups can also be uniting with old friends or old companions, from your past. But for a majority of you, this is new energy. This feels like you've transformed into a new version and the better version of yourself. And externally, you're now going to finally see the results. Now, with the strength card at the bottom, I feel like in this hermit energy, some of you could still be in it, others of you could have already come out of it. With the strength card, this is you having inner strength and power. You've mastered your emotions, you have mastered yourself, and you have gained a certain level of power and influence and authority over yourself, but also over others. And I feel like your energy is heightened. I feel like you're going through a glow up. So you could be finding yourself being more sexy, more attractive, more alluring, more beautiful, the way you dress, the way you smell, the way you walk, the way you speak. Your energy and your aura is going to be attracting in a lot. So you may have a lot of suitors and eyes on you, but this Knight of Pentacles person is who you're going to more than likely be drawn to. And this could be a soulmate or a twin flame. And I only say that because the lovers connection always kind of give me twin flames vibes, because usually that's where two people have to go through quite a bit of transformation to even come together, and because of the connection being so intense and deep. But this could also be a high level soulmate, because with the Knight of Pentacles, this is somebody who's very practical, patient. This person is very old fashioned, very trustworthy, very loyal. This is somebody who wants to invest and build to a Ten of Pentacles. This is not an in and out person. The Knight of Pentacles kind of always gives me old soul vibes. Definitely somebody that's very much a gentleman, very charming, very much with a lot of self-respect for themselves and others. So this is definitely going to be someone who will court you, right? For my feminine energies, this is somebody who will court you. For the masculines, you may be operating in this Knight of Pentacles energy where you are pursuing and courting someone else from a friend group that you meet, or as a result of meeting these friends, you're introduced to someone. But this is courting. This is like old school dating. This is like you going out and eating at nice places together, making memories together. You two could work in the same career field. Or again, you could just be similar with this Nine of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles, both of you wanting to be cautious because you could have both been through a lot of lack, heartache, and deception in the past, and you don't want to rush into anything. But with this lovers, I feel like you're both going to feel the deep, intense desire for one another in a very passionate way. But especially this person for you. This Knight of Pentacles is going to have a very deep yearning for you, but there's not going to be any pressure to move fast. There's actually going to be quite the opposite. And I feel like this is going to be a slow burn and a slow build up. This is something where the more you get to know this person, there's going to be more trust built. There's going to be more of a grounded foundation built on within this connection. But the closer you get, the deeper the yearning, the deeper the desire, the deeper the passion. And I feel like when you two actually do connect, it's going to be very intense and deep and transformative for the both of you. And I do find it interesting that with your reading, you start out with the Hermit, where it's just your energy on your own, transforming yourself by yourself with no one else around. And then it ends with the Lovers, which is also a connection that is transformative with two people. So I feel like you do all the work you need to do on yourself. And then there's kind of a domino effect that leads to this Lovers dynamic, where you then have someone else come in, and there is further transformation through this connection and this union with this person. And I feel like this is meant for the both of you. Okay, I do feel like this is meant for the both of you, but this is definitely going to be the type of connection that is seemingly peaceful, very patient, very loving. Again, I feel like you and this person are very similar, but different at the same time. This is going to be someone that's going to want to spoil you. I do feel like you'll spoil each other, but the masculine in this is going to want to spoil the feminine energy very much. This person is going to view you as very much high valued, somebody with a lot of worth, somebody who's very attractive, especially with this strength card, very powerful, very assertive, very sexy and alluring, because the strength card is powerful and intense and influential, but it's also patient. This is like a quiet confidence. This is like a quiet inner strength. This is like a silent storm. this person is going to be extremely attracted to you. And as I go to set the strength card back down at the bottom of the deck, what is underneath it? The Wheel of Fortune, fate, destiny, karma working in your favor. As I stated, if like I say, this is sudden. The question is, what is the next unexpected blessing or blessings that you will receive? The Wheel of Fortune is about unexpected blessings. This is about synchronistic things, divinely guided things. This is where the Wheel of Fortune turns in your favor. Perhaps you were going through the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, failed relationships, things not working out in your favor, things feeling like they were constantly getting worse before they got better, you kind of giving up, feeling like you were just going through string of bad luck in partnerships and friendships and kinships and jobs and finances with your own mental, emotional, and physical well-being. And now the Wheel of Fortune suddenly turns. So that sudden energy could be with this Nine of Pentacles, right? It could mean that again, there's some sudden job or financial stability, or again, this is a result of your internal work, but there is something suddenly that happens. This is feeling like a domino effect, like there's some good luck or good fortune or something that comes in out of the blue that you're not expecting, but that maybe you've been manifesting with this Hermit and this Strength card unknowingly. And then it kind of leads to an unfolding. That Wheel of Fortune could also denote that this Knight of Pentacles energy that leads to this lover dynamic is unexpected as well. Like again, maybe you're out and about with friends, and then this Knight of Pentacles approaches you, and this leads to the lovers, something that transforms you, something where you have a deep friendship with this person, but there's also a deep, passionate, romantic connection here. There's a connection that's going to heal you when it comes to relationships, when it comes to connections. Because I do feel like you've done all the work you can do on yourself with this Hermit and Strength card at the bottom. But I feel like there's a partner that's coming in that's going to further heal whatever is still laying dormant within you. I feel like your trust in connections and relationships and people is going to be healed through this connection. Like you're seeing the best side, the better side of people, of relationships, of life, of joy, of excitement. There's happiness coming in for you. But it's not just your own happiness. There's happiness coming in where you're going to have people around you. You may have spent a lot of time on your own because relationships have felt hard and burdensome, and they've always had painful endings or tower moments. There could have been theft where people stole from you, rumors, lies, infidelity, just people that have put you in a position where you don't ever want to be close to anyone or allow anyone else close to you again. But what you build in this inner strength, it's going to open the door for you to bring in people that are in alignment with who you are, because now you're stepping out in as the best or better version of yourself, the healed version of yourself, with this Hermit and this Nine of Pentacles, having a high value, knowing that you're valuable no matter what you've been through, no matter what your past is, and that manifesting in people who see that value in you and who match it and who respond to it. But this is definitely a beautiful energy. And I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but I pre-shuffled and pulled for this group multiple times before settling on this pile. I tend to do that sometimes when I want to make sure that the messages coming through are consistent. And I am so thrilled to say that for the most part, the cards did come out and they were different, right? There's still some of the same cards out here. The Hermit came out each time, and the Three of Cups came out as well, and so did the Strength card. So again, the cards that came out were different for some of them, but the message was still the same, because previously we got the Two of Cups and the Empress and the Emperor. Okay. And then we didn't get the Nine of Pentacles, but we did get the Ten of Pentacles. So again, I say the unexpected blessings coming in for you is your entire life is getting ready to transform as a result of the internal transformation that you've been doing on yourself. This could have been a long time coming. I feel like you're very deserving because the Death card and the Tower did come out previously, and the Ten of Wands, denoting that you have had burden after burden after burden after burden. You have walked this road alone, and even when you've had others in your life, you've done more of the heavy lifting, or they have deceived you, they have hurt you, and left you feeling like you are better off alone. And now it's time for the Wheel of Fortune, which shows up under this Strength card, to turn in your favor, and for you to have people in your life who show you the beauty and the joy that can come from aligning with like-minded souls, people who celebrate you, people who you celebrate, people who reciprocate that value, that worth, that love, that generosity, that nurturing core essence, people that actually admire and respect the high valued energy that you bring to the table, that inner strength and power and influence of that strength card, that wisdom, that spiritual essence of that hermit. They see it, they admire it, and they match it because these people I feel are in that same energy too. And I love that for you. Yeah. So I again, this energy feels amazing to me. I could stay in this energy forever. It feels amazing and it feels like relief. If you've been dealing with anxiety, stress, worry, doubts about your life in general, you may not have been able to sleep. Some of you, your health could have been having it taking an impact because of what you've been going through mentally and emotionally and spiritually. That is transforming. And for some of you, as a side note, if I haven't mentioned it already, with that Hermit and that Strength card at the bottom, some of you could be going into careers where you are going to have power and influence over others when it comes to maybe helping people heal, helping people walk a similar path to you, or teaching people how to walk their own path into healing to transform their own lives. So some of you, if not all of you, you could be healers. And maybe that Nine of Pentacles is coming as a result of maybe you starting a business or a project or stepping out into this type of healing in industry. But otherwise, this is, as I stated, you're gaining this inner strength, your power and influence are shining through. The sex appeal, the allure, the magnetism, the beauty, this boss type of energy, this sultry, seductive, sensual quality, this spiritual abundance that your soul has really been heightening over and over, that inner light is basically getting turned on. And for some of you, you could have already turned that light on. You could have already moved out of hermit energy. For others of you, this is the unexpected blessing. It's time for you to step out of your shell, step out of your comfort zone, step out into the world, explore, enjoy the finer things in life, the beautiful aspects of life, so that you can meet these people that are waiting to come into contact with you and help finish transforming other aspects of your life that are needed to transform, that you yourself are not able to do by yourself. There's meant to be a partner that comes in and helps finalize this transformation in you, because I feel like the personal transformation you've done wonderful and you're doing wonderful. But with this lovers, the way that you view connections, relationships, and the way that you trust people needs to be transformed further. And that's going to take place through having this experience. And when I say that you and this person are going to have the most outrageously passionate, satisfying, intense, deep, intimate connection, I mean it. Every intimate moment with this person is going to feel healing from a soul level. I highly doubt that any of you have ever experienced something this passionate and deep. And I feel like you and this person are going to be inseparable. I feel like you're going to crave each other. You are going to absolutely crave being in this person's presence, talking to them, working with them, being with them. And again, like I said, you could also work with this person. But either way, it looks like your unexpected blessings are your finances. First and foremost, your spiritual self, your healing, your financial situation, your material and the stability in your life, your friend group. You're getting a soul tribe coming in here, or at least one specific person who will be a friend and a lover, and the lovers. Yeah, this is great. Oh, this is so good. I love this for you guys. I really do. And like I said, I pre-shuffled and pulled, and I kept getting the same message, which just kept making me more and more excited. Like, this energy feels amazing. It feels exciting. Yeah. Oh, I love this for you guys. But I am going to leave it there because I have two other groups to get to. If it resonated on any level, you may feel free to like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you choose. And if interested, you can return to my channel. There are other topics, videos, and readings there as well. But other than that, thank you. Welcome to your reading pile 2 regarding what are the next unexpected blessings coming into your life. So I've already pre-shuffled. I generally do prefer to pull 5 cards, but 6 cards came out for your group. So we'll identify those cards and then we will get into the reading. So the first card out is the Ten of Wands, followed by the Four of Cups. And then we have the Tower, followed by the Four of Swords. And then we have the Four of Wands, followed by the King of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck energy is the Page of Swords. So, really quickly, it does not matter if you're male or female, masculine or feminine energy, the messages should apply no matter what. So, for this group, there are unexpected blessings coming in multiple forms. I think the main area has to do with stability in your finances, stability in your mental and emotional and physical health, and also stability within your sense of community and your home life. So we're going to go into this. The cards start out with the Ten of Wands, the Four of Cups, and the Tower. These are the first three cards. So the Ten of Wands is when somebody is burdened. You have a lot of responsibilities. You could have a lot of people that rely on you, or this could even be past energy. Everyone's at a different timeline. But with the Ten of Wands, this is somebody working hard, overworking themselves to get to, the pentacles, to get to the bag, if you will, to take care of other people. Maybe you could have been shouldering responsibilities for other people in conjunction with your own responsibilities. You could have been being taken advantage of. Your boundaries could have been crossed, and you could have maybe felt indebted to these people, or just a very generous, loving soul. But there's definitely energy of you overworking yourself to the point where your mind and your body and your spirit and your finances, and your heart emotions were taking a huge hit, because you go into the Four of Cups, and that's the energy of feeling down, feeling distracted, depressed, kind of isolated, not really wanting to be bothered. And then it comes out with the Tower. That's a sudden shift, a sudden ending, something suddenly going south, right? So this could have been a relationship that ended, a job. This could have been a friendship. There was something here that took place, and it could have been the recent past, it could be in the present, and it ended in a very painful, intense, unexpected way that threw you off your equilibrium. This could have even been your health, right? Like perhaps you were working so hard and you were trying to hold everything afloat by yourself, and then everything fell apart all at once, and there was nothing you could do about it. But we then go into the Four of Swords, the Four of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. Four of Swords is the opposite of the Ten of Wands, okay? Four of Swords is where you're resting, your mind, your body, your heart, you're recovering. It's where you're giving yourself time to heal and time to rebuild your strength, rebuild your mental strength. This is the energy of taking a time out and relieving yourself and your body and your mind of being overwhelmed. It's just going into this solitude that's very needed. Really reassessing and reflecting on how you got to this point and how you need to move forward to not go back into that old energy again. And then it comes out with the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is about peace, harmony, blessings. It's about celebrations. It's about celebrating your success in your creative endeavors in business. This could even be partnerships, because this is having a community. With the Four of Wands, this is having people around you that work with you, that celebrate you, that you celebrate. And again, with the King of Pentacles coming out, this is you finally having achieved financial abundance and stability. This is where your hard work has paid off. But it seems like you get to this point, if you're not there yet, you get to this point of this Four of Swords, Four of Wands, and King of Pentacles by operating in the Page of Swords energy. Page of Swords energy is where you set boundaries for yourself and for others. It's where you learn from the past, you learn from the mistakes, and you apply those lessons going forward so that you don't make the same mistakes again, or so that your boundaries are not crossed by others, or you're not crossing your own boundaries going forward. This is where you get your voice back. So that is one blessing where you're going to be speaking up more for yourself. Some of you could already be in this energy. No longer taking on more than you can bear, no longer taking on other people's responsibilities, no longer shouldering and doing all the heavy lifting by yourself, if there are other people around that should be helping to balance that out. The blessing coming in is that with this Four of Wands and this King of Pentacles, is you're going to have a community around you where there is stability. The four, it's stability. You have three fours out here. This is all about having balance. This is all about having inner peace and harmony, and having, with the Four of Wands, this is blessings, peace and harmony in abundance in every area of your life. You have found this sense of joy and contentment in your career, with your sense of community, with your finances, with your home. This is a happy home card. This is where you are celebrating success, parties, you're going out, you're enjoying yourself. This is definitely giving me the energy of a massive glow up, but it's mostly to do with your stability. There's something here where finances, structure, joy, like these things are very important to this group. I feel like you've always been a person to do it alone, even if there's always been other people there that should be helping or that could be helping. You've always allowed yourself to do more of the heavy lifting. And with the Four of Cups, I feel like that kind of made you pull away from certain people, but it could have also made you withdraw from yourself. It feels like with this Ten of Wands and this Four of Cups, like you neglected yourself. You neglected yourself. It's almost like you were sacrificing your own well being, your own mental, emotional, physical energy for other people. And it got to a point where, with the Tower card, you ended things, you walked away, or there was something that happened. It could have been, again, with your health, because the Four of Swords comes out, where you finally just couldn't do it anymore. The Ten of Wands is the 10. That's an ending. So this suggests that the blessing is that the ending of your burdens, extra responsibilities, having to constantly go it alone, that's coming to an end if it hasn't already. With the Four of Cups, you are withdrawing, or you have pulled your energy back from people and things that don't serve you. This is you kind of being in a reflective state of needing to heal your heart space, needing to forgive others, needing to forgive yourself, and needing to really go within and work on that heart chakra. You could have already done that. But then here comes a Tower. It's almost like when you didn't set boundaries with this Page of Swords, when you continue to allow yourself and push yourself and push yourself and push yourself, things just came tumbling down because there was no stability, there was no foundation, there was no balance. And your blessings are you're getting that balance. With the Four of Swords, your body is going to rest. If it hasn't already, you're going through a recovery mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Four of Wands, you're going to be blessed with a community. These could be business partners that you work with who are also friends. Or this could be, again, you have something creative that you do, some business that you start, and you're going to be immensely successful, because the Four of Wands speaks of our achievements and our accolades and our success in business. And this is having people close to you that cheer you on, that celebrate with you, and even those that may partner with you and help you achieve these levels of goals and accolades. And then it puts you in this King of Pentacles, where you are financially abundant. You have created, financial freedom and wealth. You're stable, right? You're patient, you're calm, you've achieved this wealth, you have this strength and stability that you've been striving for. You're disciplined, you're within control, you're generous, loving, and kind still. But now you don't have to work so hard, because you start out with the Ten of Wands of extra work, extra responsibilities. And Wands is the opposite of Pentacles, right? With Wands, you just keep pushing, going, 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 don't know when to stop or don't want to stop. And then it ends with the King of Pentacles, where you're balanced, you're stable, you're grounded, you're patient, you're moving with ease, and you've gotten more done. So I think that your lesson here, because Page of Swords is about learning lessons and applying them, I think that once you learn this lesson, if you haven't already, with this Page of Swords, of, how do you say it? It's a term I'm looking for here. It's kind of suggesting where you slow and steady does it, I think, is how it goes. You're learning to slow down. You're learning to still work, still putting your time and energy, because Four of Swords, Four of Wands, Wands and Swords are still, this is still fast moving energy. But I feel like you're learning that by resting and focusing on your health, your mental, emotional, spiritual, physical health, you actually get to your King of Pentacles energy much quicker, because Four of Wands is quick, it's fast moving. You're realizing that by putting in too much work is wasted, especially when you're giving so much of yourself for other people that are not helping to balance out the tables. You're finding that by resting, by setting boundaries, by disciplining yourself, by focusing on you and your core essence of who you are, that you actually achieve more and you draw in and attract people that respect you, that have boundaries, that respect your boundaries, that actually work with you and celebrate your success. You're not having to do it alone anymore. You're actually having a support system come in that you can rely on and that can rely on you. Okay, these are people that are there no matter if you have the King of Pentacles, title or not. These people are there for you. These people are looking out for you with this Four of Swords. These are people that are making sure you're getting the right rest. They're making sure that you're keeping your boundaries in place. They're respecting your boundaries. They're celebrating your wins, and even if you don't have a win per se, they're celebrating you for who you are. People that deserve your generosity and people who will also be generous with you. So your finances, I feel, are very key here because stability is giving me a lot to do with money. Money seems to be the focal point here. Your unexpected blessing is that you're going to be able to have this abundance and wealth, but it's going to come once you're in this Page of Swords energy. Once you've learned your lessons from the past, once you've set boundaries, once you've enforced those boundaries, once you have set down, really learned, whatever skill it is, taking the time to absorb information that's necessary, because we have the Four of Swords, which, as I stated, is about reflecting about the past and the situation, how you got here, and reflecting as what is the next best step to take. So I feel like you're going to become more calculated with that Four of Swords and Page of Swords energy if you aren't already, and that's going to quickly unexpectedly lead you to a Four of Wands, where all of a sudden your accolades, your success, and your achievements in business, they come in all at once, right? And there's already people there to celebrate and bask in this. And I do feel like, again, you may have a business partner or a group of people that you work with, because the Four of Wands is also a solid business partnerships and pursuing goals and dreams. So I do feel like you may, in the past where you had to work alone, I feel like you're going to have a group of people or a specific person that is like-minded, that is also interested in the same creative endeavor or business idea, that's going to come in and it's going to get you to your King of Pentacles. So your unexpected blessing is you're going to have financial abundance and stability in your life. You're going to have peace of mind. You're going to be able to rest. You're going to be able to relax. Your mind, body, soul, spirit, heart, and finances are going to go through a positive transformation, and it's going to be blessed immensely. The Four of Wands is literally the card of blessings. This is the card of abundant blessings, of abundant peace and harmony. This is the card of harvest and prosperity. It's the card of wealth. And then the King of Pentacles, also a card of wealth. Yeah, your money is huge here. Financial stability and success in career is huge for this group. This is something you could have been striving for, but you could have found yourself having a lot of tower moments. And it's because you weren't focused on yourself. You were putting too much focus on the building or the working or the end goal, and not putting enough focus on your own well-being. But I feel like you've learned that lesson with the Page of Swords, or you are going to learn that lesson. And then as this happens, all of a sudden, swiftly, everything just starts to fall into place. Everything just starts to fall into order. The right people come in, you feel better. And when you feel better, you do better and you have more clarity. And you are coming into clarity. That is one of the unexpected blessings. You're coming into clarity. I think that for this group, you feel like if you sleep, if you're resting, if you're taking time out, that it's slowing you down and that you can't make as much money or you can't get as far along in your career as you desire to, but you're getting ready to learn, or you have learned the lesson, that that's quite the opposite. When you are feeling better, when you're thinking clearer, when you feel strong and empowered and you have all of this insight, it actually allows you to make better, more calculated, accurate decisions and moves that actually take you leaps and bounds closer to where you're wanting to get. So unexpectedly, this is what's unexpected, that again, you don't see this coming, but this is happening. It could have already unfolded for some of you, or it could be in the midst. Everybody's on a different timeline. But King of Pentacles, this is what's happening. Your money, your career, your success, your sense of community. You're going to finally have peace. Peace is an unexpected blessing for this group. abundance in every area of your life is it's I don't see a whole lot about love and romance. The Four of Wands, we could say yes, because this is usually a happy home card, a happy family card. So this could also mean like you end up with um, a partner and you guys build this happy, abundant, joyous, celebratory home. But this is primarily a card of community and our achievements and our wins. So either way, I feel like for this group though, your success is definitely something that has always been at the forefront of your mind. And you are going to, the unexpected blessing that I don't think you see coming is you're going to get it. You're going to get your wins. You're going to get your victories. You're going to get your peace, your blessings, your harvest, your wealth, your abundance. And you're going to be happy in the process. You're going to be joyous. Your whole, the best way for me to put this is with this Four of Swords, Four of Wands, King of Pentacles, is that I feel like if you would have gotten this success in the past, when you were operating in this Ten of Wands, Four of Cups, Tower energy, you would not have been able to enjoy it because something tells me that that win and victory would have propelled you to work even harder to get to the next one. Now you're going to actually be able to have this success and victory and abundance, but you're going to be able to know how to enjoy it. You're going to know how to basically be able to bask in it. You're going to know how to share and be generous with boundaries. You're not, in the past, you would have given it all away, or you were giving it all away, and that forced you to work even harder. Now you're going to keep it for you and share with those that are deserving, and even still maintain those boundaries as to who gets what and how much. Still hardworking though. I'll give you that. This is a hardworking group. Still dedicated. Very intelligent, but your life's going through a glow up. Your finances are going through a glow up. Your peace, your mind, body, soul, spirit, and heart are going through a glow up. Your sense of community is going through a glow up, and you are coming into a time of immense and long lasting, because Pentacles, King of Pentacles, this is long lasting success and wealth and prosperity. Not something that you're going to have to overwork yourself for, something that you're going to ease right into. And I love that for you. Now, of course, if this resonated, please feel free to like and subscribe. You can let me know in the comments if you choose. And if interested, you can return to the channel. There are other topics, videos, and readings there as well. But other than that, you have a great day. Welcome to your reading pile 3 regarding what are the next unexpected blessings coming into your life. So I've already pre-shuffled. I generally prefer to pull 5 cards, but 6 cards came out for your group. So we'll identify those cards and then we will get into your reading. So the first card out is the Four of Cups, followed by the World. And then we have the Two of Swords, followed by the Two of Cups. And then we have the Nine of Cups, followed by the Eight of Wands. Bottom of the deck energy is the Knight of Cups. So it does not matter if you're male or female, feminine, masculine energy. The messages should apply no matter what. Now, for your group, it's very clear and straightforward. We are going to get into this, but yours kind of gives a story. So we are going to get into it. I had to pre-shuffle and pull multiple times for this group because pile 3 always perplexes me. It always kind of sends me on this merry-go-round. But for your group, it looks like love is the next unexpected blessing coming in for you. There's an offer of love, a date, a new opportunity to have a romantic endeavor, if you will. But I feel like for this group, with the Four of Cups and the World card coming out, the Four of Cups is where you're withdrawn, a bit jaded. A specific relationship or relationships overall have been very hard and toxic, have left you heartbroken. There could have been infidelity, forms of tumultuous abuse, mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, financial. It really just depends. But when the World card comes out, this is the completion of a cycle. This is the end of a difficult journey, one that has taken you a while to get to. But it's essentially signifying that for some of you, even though you are coming into more of a harmonious time, kind of closing the chapter on something and reaching a state of complete healing when it comes to your heart space and your sense of self and inner peace, there still may be something feeling like it's lacking, right? There still may be something where there's a slight level of dissatisfaction. And with the Two of Swords, this gives me the implication that maybe a lot of you, if not all of you, are on the fence about dating again or being open to the possibility of relationships. And it could be because a past connection or multiple connections or relationships overall were so toxic and heartbreaking and intensely um, overwhelming that maybe there's a fear of opening yourself up and having to go through an entire new journey of healing, and this last one may have taken a lot out of you. But I feel like what's happening is there's a awareness that comes in that lets you know that the sense of dissatisfaction or the sense of wanting more in your life is stemming from the fact that you do still desire a partner, that you do still, on some level, believe that there is a soulmate for you, because the Two of Cups comes out after the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords is coming out between the Four of Cups and the World, where there's a completion. You have found harmony and peace and fulfillment and complete healing after a jaded, broken heart. And then between a Two of Cups, Nine of Cups, and Eight of Wands. This is you being on the fence about this Knight of Cups offer coming in, and if you want to actually step into it. Maybe contemplating if this Two of Cups will put you in a Nine of Cups. Would this give you the ultimate wish fulfillment that your heart is desiring? Would this kind of create this sense of wish fulfillment in your life, in your heart? Because when you're in the Nine of Cups, this is essentially where every area of your life is now in contentment, right? There's peace, there's harmony, there's abundance in your career, in work, in your home, in your sense of community, especially in your sense of self. I do feel like some of you who have completed this cycle and ended this journey, the reason there could be a fear or concern about moving into a Two of Cups or accepting a love offer of any kind is because you have come into a Nine of Cups energy after ending this World card difficult journey. And with this Nine of Cups, this is the self. This is where we have found personal satisfaction and fulfillment in every area of our lives. Self love, confidence. There's a inner sense of completion with the self. And I feel like with the Eight of Wands coming out, maybe you feel like by accepting an offer or opening yourself up to a Two of Cups connection with a person, that you would be, in a sense, abandoning this Nine of Cups energy. It's almost like you would be taking a risk, a quick risk, and leaving behind this personal arrival, if you will, that you've come to, and now again taking a leap of faith into something that could end badly. And there's nothing wrong with that. And as I stated earlier, I did pre-shuffle and pull for this group quite a few times because pile three is always a mixed bag, and I don't know why. It just gives me, let's just say I pre-shuffled quite a few times, and the messages were the same. Now, like I said earlier, this one gives me a bit of a story. Based on the previous cards that came through, they all denoted the same thing. There was some sort of a Seven of Swords deceptive energy and a connection. There was a lover's dynamic where there was an intense, passionate, maybe even borderline unhealthy connection. This could have been multiple connections, but I was getting mainly one specific deep connection that may have taken a while to detach from and may have taken a while to heal from. It feels like that connection, or for some of you, connections overall, have did a lot of damage, more harm than good. And that may explain why this Four of Cups is coming out, where you're no longer interested in an offer. Because with the Knight of Cups at the bottom, this is a person coming in with a cup of love, a cup of opportunities for love. And this person's coming in with the offer of this cup. But when you look at the Four of Cups out here, this offer is coming from the sky. This cup is coming through, but the person is focused on the Three Cups on the ground from the past that have hurt them and left them drained, depleted, and heartbroken. So I do feel like, yes, you've completed a cycle, or you're coming into a harmonious, peaceful state where you're finally healed and over whatever this past energy was. But there may be a small part of you that is still longing for love, or wondering if it's meant to be, or if you're able to allow yourself to love someone again, or allow someone the opportunity to come in and love you. But the Two of Cups is signifying that this offer that comes in does have the potential to be something that is mutual and harmonious, something that is spiritual and fair, and it's emotional, and it's deep, and it's authentic. There's no, I'm not getting any energy where this is toxic. With the Eight of Wands, this is something that is very passionate. And I do feel like for some of you, when this offer comes in, you are going to perhaps have a very passionate and intense desire to jump headfirst into this. You're going to maybe have a very deep and intense desire for this person and vice versa. But I do still feel like you'll be in this Two of Swords, kind of weighing the pros and cons, kind of going back and forth with yourself, deciding if you want to step out of this newfound joy and satisfaction of this Nine of Cups energy and start a new journey, because the Eight of Wands is a new journey. It's like a fast, quick, passionate new beginning and embarking on a new passionate journey. And then you have the World out here where you've already ended one difficult cycle and journey, and you've arrived at a place of harmony, peace, and joy. And now you're ready to create the life that you want for yourself. So it's like you're ending one journey, but now you're on the fence about if you're ready to start a new one. If it's worth it. Will it be worth it? Is it going to be what it looks like? Is this person coming in that is, emotionally open and loving and receptive and romantic and patient and kind and calm and generous? Is this really who this person says they are? Or is this a person that's going to jeopardize your personal sense of satisfaction and peace that you have just found? And rightfully so. Based on the other cards that had came through in the previous card pulls, I completely get it, because the Tower card came out an obscene amount of times. So whatever this journey was that you've ended or that you're completing now and that you're healing from or that you have healed from, it did a number on you, and it could have had a very massive effect on every area of your life. So the fear to move forward, the fear to jump into something new, the fear to open yourself up to someone else is valid. I completely get it. Again, based on the cards that came out, I get it. But based on these cards, you are meant to have love. And it's an unexpected love. I do feel like this is something that may come in unexpectedly, especially with this Eight of Wands. This is something that's very sudden and quick and passionate, and it comes in and catches you off guard, right? So I don't feel like you'll see this coming, which obviously, because the question is, what is the next unexpected blessing coming in? I don't think that you'll see this Knight of Cups offer coming in, but it does seemingly have potential. Now, always follow your own intuition. I do feel like your intuition is more heightened because the High Priestess showed herself previously. So you're very intuitive. You have become more spiritually aligned. With the World card, you will have, or you are coming into the energy, or already in the energy where you have achieved spiritual and material equal and abundance, where you're stable in life, you're spiritually attuned, you're healed, and you're at a more peaceful, harmonious place in life where you finally feel blessed to be happy again, to be content again, to have self love again, to have found your worth, to have set boundaries, to have overcome difficulties of the past. So, of course, I can see why you would be on the fence. But your next unexpected blessing is an offer, and it is one that may lead to a Two of Cups, and this may lead to the love of a lifetime for you, something where there's mutual respect, mutual love and joy. Both people are equally invested. With the Eight of Wands, both people have the same level of intense and passionate chemistry and attraction to each other. This feels like an equally yoked partner. And I do feel like with the Nine of Cups coming out after the Two of Cups, this is something that I feel like will fuel and feed even more into your personal joy and satisfaction in life. I feel like a lover's dynamic is a part of what you personally wish for, right? The Nine of Cups is our wish fulfillment. And I feel like with it coming out with the Two of Cups, this is a part of your wish fulfillment. But I feel like you may be in your head about whether or not this is true, right? Whether or not this is possible, whether or not it's worth it. Now, as a side note, because I have pre-shuffled quite a bit, I do feel like there may be some karmic, one more karmic cycle or some sort of closure that is coming in for this group with past connections. But honestly, it's one specific partner or romantic person that has had you in this Four of Cups. I get the vibe based off of previous polls multiple times to show that this person may be coming back around or maybe reaching out. This could be by calling you, by texting you, because the Knight of Swords energy showed itself, and so did the Ace of Swords. So there may be a person coming back around to try to have a new beginning with you. This person is still yearning for you. This person still has pent up emotions and passion for you. But you'll be happy to know that based off of the energy that came out with those cards, it denoted that you would stand your ground and it would give you an opportunity to finally use the voice that you have found when it comes to this person to set basically the boundaries have already been set with this past person, right? But this is going to be a way for you to kind of speak your piece and to allow this person to experience this new, stronger, empowered you. Because the Queen of Wands did come out at the bottom of the deck in that previous one of those previous pulls. So this person is meant to come back in as a karmic cycle to basically get that sword energy again, where you get to tell them how you feel, you get to speak your piece, you get to have that closure, you get to reject them the way that it's meant to be. They're meant to feel that rejection, and they're meant to see that instead of breaking you, the energy and the toxicity that they put you through actually caused you to go through a glow up spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically, and for a lot of you, even financially. They're seeing you in your power, where you're sexy and attractive and seductive, where you are comfortable, where you're spoiling yourself, where you're feeding into yourself, where you're taking care of yourself, where no one, especially them, are allowed to cross your boundaries anymore because your guard is up and it's not going to be taken down at any point or time, especially where they're concerned. So that is a side note because it came out multiple times in the previous pulls. These cards denote, again, that there is a chapter ending. Some of you've ended this journey, you're healed, you're in this Nine of Cups where you have personal satisfaction and joy, and this energy of the past is no longer lingering. Others of you, this is a part of what your next unexpected blessing is, where you're no longer in your head about this energy. You're no longer affected by the things of the past with this Four of Cups and this World card. You're getting over and healing that jaded heart. And as a result, the unexpected blessing is now your heart is healed and open and ready to receive a healthy mutual love. Because we attract the energy we're in. And if you're in a Four of Cups, you cannot accept a Knight of Cups offer. You cannot accept an Ace of Cups offer. You cannot accept a romantic offer of any kind, even a friendship, simply because your heart is closed off due to fear and due to being jaded and having a lot of unresolved resentment and disdain for things of the past. You're viewing love from a very tumultuous place. But as you move into this world energy, that's shifting. And then you get the love you want because now your heart is open and ready to receive it and to give it in return. Okay, so there is happiness coming in. The Nine of Cups is one of the happiest cards in tarot. There is immense happiness coming in. I feel like this romantic partnership is going to fuel the Nine of Cups self satisfaction that you've already found. It's going to feed into this self love and this newfound state of calm and being that you have come into or that you're coming into. And with the Eight of Wands, I do feel like it is a connection that may move very quickly, and that could be unexpected for you. I feel like once you take a risk, for some of you, you may, and take it how it resonates. The Nine of Cups can oftentimes be a card of hookups, right? It's extreme pleasure, it's extreme satisfaction. So sometimes it can be a card denoting that you are friends with benefits or you're dating a person and you're just exploring each other and exploring maybe this Eight of Wands passion with each other, but then it quickly fuels into something deeper. But I feel like for you, it already is something deeper, but maybe you will be a little bit tentative. Some of you may choose to just date this person, get to know them, and kind of, be romantic and maybe a little lovey-dovey, kind of like a puppy love type of situation, right? That's kind of what this feels like. Like you'll kind of move into it, like where you're in a sense where you're able to maintain your singlehood with this Nine of Cups energy. You're able to maintain that space of happiness and personal joy that you found while still exploring this offer with this Two of Cups and this Knight of Cups. So you could, some of you, I'm not going to say all of you, but some of you could potentially be intimate with this person while you're dating them or as you're getting to know each other, where of course, once you get comfortable enough with them, it's kind of like where you're really focused on what satisfies you. There's a lot of energy in this reading and all the ones that came out before when I pulled for this reading, this specific group, where a lot of your focus is on the self, your own happiness, your own joy. How does this feed you? How does this fuel you? How does this benefit you? How does this serve you? How will this affect you in your life? Is it going to add value or is it going to take away? There's a lot of focus on that. And that's more than likely why you're bringing someone in who is going to feed positively into what you have already achieved for yourself. Okay. So definitely some positive love coming in, definitely some intimacy. I do feel like there's going to be a lot of spicy, intense moments with this person, perhaps before you guys are fully committed. For others of you, once you are committed, I feel like this is something where the intimacy may come very quickly. I feel like this is a connection that may unexpectedly move at a rapid pace. And I do feel like it's because there's going to be a very deep romantic bond, but the mutual respect and the kind of kindred spirit energy here is going to create some sort of a safe barrier there, some sort of trust and deep inner knowing with you and with the other person, where when this Eight of Wands energy prevails, you're going to know. I think once you link up with this person for the first time, it's going to be the confirmation that you need if you have not gotten that confirmation from being with them already and dating them. The Eight of Wands is going to be something where once this comes together, things are going to move very passionately and they're going to move very quickly. And that could be what the unexpected part of this next blessing is. And I love that for you. So I am going to leave your reading there. And of course, if it resonated on any level, please feel free to like and subscribe. And you can let me know in the comments if you choose. And if interested, you may return to the channel. There are other topics, videos, and readings there as well. But other than that, thank you.